Excellent. Let's see. Yep, mic looks good. Hello and welcome back to live classes. Great to be back. Had a great couple weeks off, and definitely there will be some changes coming in the future. Good changes, exciting changes. I will be moving to Nevada sometime in July. Still looking for a place. So I will have a better setup for streaming and kind of everything a little bit easier. But of course, transition is going to be rough. So we'll do what we can while we can. And today that's going to be balance and stability, our second class. So if you did our first class, some of it will be reminiscent and it will be new. And we're just going to kind of build on what we've been doing. Starting with our feet, instead of a full rub down today, we're just going to go quickly through our toes, starting with that finger into toe, kind of hand holding, where we're getting our fingers up between our toes, all the way knuckle deep, really, and the toes as well, all the way up in there. So we've got all our toes nicely spread, and we can just start to stretch the toes apart, give them a few circles, stretch them forward and back, just starting to get our feet kind of alive and awakened, since it's such an important part of our balance. Keep taking those toes in some stretches, forward and back. And now let's squeeze our fingers like you're trying to pull those toes right off, and pull while you squeeze, stretching the toes out until the fingers release. And then stretch those toes out again, just one by one, give them a little hello. Then wrap one hand around the toes, the ball of the foot, wrap the other around the heel. We're gonna wring that foot out just like you're twisting water out of a rag, curling the toes under and unfurl the other way. And so we're trying to move the heel bone and the toes, get the whole foot to twist and untwist here. Proper movement of this foot, also very important for our balance. And now that we've stretched the toes, wring out the foot, we're going to stretch the toes and wring out the foot on the other side. So fingers up in between, all the way up in there. Really get the fingers in. Stretch the toes apart using those fingers. And just start to stretch and mobilize. Gentle. You don't want to be crushing anything. We just want to feel good with those toes getting their space in between, as they should always have. And finally, let's get ready for that squeeze and pull, 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 pull. And just give those toes a little wiggling and wring that foot. So twist it and untwist. Include the heel and all the toes in this motion. Bones of the ankle and bones of the foot really need this rotating power. It's a very mobile joint, that ankle. And now that we're done wringing them out, let's come up to standing. And while we're here, we're gonna stretch our foot out. You can stretch your toes by pressing them up against the floor and lifting your heel, really stretching the toes against the floor. Kind of push your knee forward really as much as you can. See if you can focus on the big toe, the little toes, spread them out. And then tuck the toes under. Let's stretch the foot the other way. And same thing, you can kind of roll that foot. Gentle, don't put too much weight here. We're just trying to stretch it out. Stretch it back the other way and both ways. And then we'll switch sides. Stretching out the toes. Drive. Big toe. Little toes. This is your time to explore those feet. And tuck it under. Stretch the foot the other way. And a little back and forth. And having done all that, we're going to line it up. Heel to toe. So big toe right into the heel of the other leg. Hips nice and straight. You can use a wall if you want to hang on to. But we're going to do 10 on each side, our inline lunge. Dropping down, getting good weight through the middle of each foot. Getting a nice stretch in that back, calf, and ankle complex. I'm going to do last 5, 4, and 3, 2, and 1. Switch the feet. And another 10. And last 3, 2, and 1. Shake it out. And we're going to switch it back. One more set on each side. Heel to toe. And a last set of 10 on this side. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Last time, switch the feet. Final 10. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shake it out and take it back. Back edge of your mat. Let's take a stretch up. Big reach through the fingers and take it down to the floor. Hang. Forward fold just as low as you can, as comfortable. And then reach those hands out. We're going to crawl out into our inchworm plank. And push back into our downward dog. Let's take that balance up a little bit. Three-legged dog. Keep the hips level. And bring that knee forward into the chest, planting between the feet. Nice straight hips. Let's pull it up into GSA. And then bring the knee down. Sweep both arms up. And reach. Exhale. Hands down to the ground. We're going to push up and back into our three-legged dog. And return to our downward dog. Let's do this on the other side. Inhale up into three-legged dog. Exhale into that low lunge. Nice straight hips. And open up in that GSA. Bring that arm down, drop the back leg, and sweep both arms up. And bring the hands down on that exhale, and inhale back up into three-legged dog. Down into downward dog. You can walk out those heels. We're gonna go one more time on each side. Starting with three-legged dog, inhale. Exhale into low lunge. Straighten out and inhale. GSA, exhale. Drop the knees, sweep up. And drop the hands, inhale up. Three-legged dog. Downward dog, and let's do our last round on the other side. Three-legged dog. Exhale into low lunge. Inhale. GSA, exhale. Knee down and inhale. Reach up, exhale. Bring it down, inhale. Three-legged dog, and you can finish by inchworming back up to standing. Okay, let's pull out our kettlebells. We're gonna start some priming. Now, if you remember from last time, we did some priming with quick movements, right? That kind of stuff that lights up the motor neurons that are gonna help us fire nice and fast and respond to changes in balance and stability. So, tapping one foot up on the kettlebell, you're gonna hop, switch to the other foot. And what we want is that we always have just one foot on the ground here. We don't want to bring it down and tap it up, but you're absolutely welcome to. But if we're gonna get that quick response, we're gonna switch, hop and switch. We're gonna do 20 quick steps and follow it up with some other balance work. So right here, you can start slow. Whoop, my balance already. We can start slow and then work our way faster. So we're gonna start with 1 and 2 and 3. Now let's go 3 more, 4, 5, 6. Oop, knock over my kettlebell. All right, ready to do the remaining. There we go. Never mind, I'll just kick it while it's down. Remaining 14. So nice and quick like those last 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, and 11, and 12, 14, last. Nice. So next round, when we come back to this, we're gonna do all 20 just quick like that. Let's go down to a lateral lunge to single leg balance. So taking it over to the side, up, hold that balance. No hands on the leg. You can do hands on the hips, or you can also use this across the body, so left, right pattern. 10 on each side. Think about bracing your abs. You're gonna be pushing down through this standing leg, squeezing that glute, using abdominal control for the hip. So we're really gonna slice it in there. Think about snapping into place when we do this. So we're gonna do 10 each side. Take it over, snap. And 2. 3. And 4. There we go, last 5. And last 3. 1 more. Let's go to the other side of the mat for our other 10. We have one last little balance exercise. So let's take it to the side and snap into place. Squeeze that glute hard, press into the ground. 2. 3. 4. 5. And last 5. 4, and 3, 2, 1. Now last one is going to be same finishing position, but just reverse. So step it back, whoop, whoop, whoop. Lift forward. So, same thing, think about squeezing that standing legs glute, pressing down into the ground, tightening those abs. So 10 from the top, step it back and snap. 2, 3, 5. And 3, 2, and 1. Switch those sides. 2, 3, 4. Last 5. Last 2, and 1. Take a quick rest. I'm gonna have some water. We got one more round of all 3 of those and then something special. Let's get it started tapping that kettlebell. I'm gonna see if I can keep it upright and be gentle and precise with my tap. So from the top, if you can, go ahead, go quick from the start. 20 taps. And begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 20. And lateral. Step it to the side. Here's 4, 5, 8. Here we go, last 2. And 1. Let's take it to the other side. Let's do it. There we go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3 more. And last one. Now step it back, reverse. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch it over. Last set like this. 3, 4, 5, halfway. Last 3, 2, and 1. Rest, rest. We got one last round, but we're gonna switch it up for the second part. So, sorry, that's probably a really noisy drink. Forget about the mic. Same 20 taps. Don't worry about that one. Let's come up. Are we ready? Final round of our priming, and then we're ready to amp it up. So, ready to tap 20, starting with 1, 2, 3. 19 and 20. Now, what we're gonna do, have a little bit, maybe more room, a little more generous. We're gonna do 2 in 1. So lateral, hold, reverse, hold, and that's 1. So we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna do 5 on each side, do equivalent of 10 lunges. So we're counting 2 as 1. So enough room to do both directions. Starting with lateral, take it out to the side, hold. Once you've secured your balance, step it back, hold again. 1, and hold, hold. 2, 3, 4, 1 more. Now we're gonna switch it over. That's 1. 2. 3. Whoop. 4. 1 more, 1 more. All right, shake it out. Grab something light. That's not light. Here we go. I'm gonna start with my 10. So that reverse lunge plus hold, we're gonna start loading it. Front rack hold. This might interfere with my front rack. Just a tiny bit, there we go. So, kettlebell front rack. I'm going to be stepping back that side, coming up to a hold and balance underneath that kettlebell. So we're going to be doing 10 on each side, just stepping back and bringing it up to a hold, stepping back and hold. Just like before, but now with weight. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch it over. And step it back and up. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, we're now bringing it down, half kneeling. I'm gonna use something for my knee. And we're gonna have this kettlebell, again, light kettlebell in both hands. Half kneeling wood chop, nice, slow, controlled wood chop, tight core, engage the glutes, especially this lower leg, really squeeze. Think about kind of pulling your front leg in on the floor and pulling your back knee in towards your midline as well. So you're kind of pulling everything in to stabilize. You're gonna have the kettlebell, both hands from up here, chop it down low, across the body, 10 times. 3 and 4 5. Nice, slow. 6, 7, 8, and last 2, and 1. We're gonna switch our knees. Come from up over the other side now, and down for 10, 9, drag the floor in, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Kettlebells down, take a break. Now for our next round, we're gonna add some upgrade options if you like. You can also, of course, do the exercises the same way we just did now, and that would be just fine. But if you want to try and push a little bit today, if you're feeling good, feel like pushing it, then let's do it together. So this time, on that front rack, we're going to press now and stabilize in that position. So we're stepping it back. When I come up, I'm gonna press up overhead. Woo, and hold that. All right, same thing. We're gonna go for 10 of these. So you can also just not press if you'd like to. It's all up to you. But let's begin anyway. Step it back and hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, and last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch sides. I'll try not to hit my mic on this side. Flip it back and hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, and last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. All right, now for our chop, to bring it up a notch, I'm gonna start on the ground because I actually would prefer to set up this way. Get your kettlebell ready. Now from this half kneeling position, pull the back foot, front foot, pull them in so you get that tension. Heel right under that knee. Push into your front leg. We're gonna elevate, hold this kind of split lunge position, and we're gonna do our 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, and 2, and 1. Bring it down, switch sides. Here we go. So, heel underneath that front knee. Dig in the toes, pull them towards each other, elevate up, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, and 8, 9, and 10. All right, kettlebells down. We take a break, have some water. Bring it down to the mat. It's time to focus on some stability. Nice job on that balance. Now, if you didn't push your balance hard today and you kept it light or at the lower level, come back, try this again another time and see how it is. See if you can take it up, see if the balance increases. I'd love to hear about those positive changes. Let's take it down now to the mat for a elbow side plank. Elbow's gonna be down on the ground, right underneath that shoulder. You can splay the legs, one in front of the other. Top leg goes in front. And want to make sure you're pulling those toes towards your face. Don't want to point or try to roll them flat into the ground. Nice karate chop feet. I am dripping sweat. It's very hot. So, lifting up into our side plank, we're going to do 10 times, diving down. I want you to reach through as far as you can, and then reach back up to the ceiling. So I really want you to twist into this while we are, of course, in a side plank. If you need another alternative, you can also do a side plank from the knees while you do this. Here we go for elbow and reach. So lift those hips up. Karate chop legs. We're gonna reach under as much as we can, get as much twist, and up. 2, 3, 4, 5, and last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down, switch sides. Now, reach it up, hips, arm, under, and back up for 10, 9, 8, 7, and last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's bring it down. Switch your sides again. But before we do our reachy plank, we're gonna do a leg lifty plank on this side. So same setup for our previous side plank, lifting the hips up, and this time we're just gonna lift up our top leg just to about shoulder height and back down. And if you want to, for extra fun, you can also lift your top arm. So we're gonna get that kind of starfish thing going on. So start with the feet staggered. Let's lift it up. And then we're gonna lift the leg and down. And 2, 3, 4, 5, and last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch it over. From those elbows, lift it up and up, down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, whoop, 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 and 10. Woo. Bring it back over. Now, for this next round on each side, just like our first superset, if you want to take it up with me on this round, you can. I am going to reduce the reps if you're taking it up. So if you're taking it up with me and you can do 5 of these. Do 5 and then see if you can take it down to the lower level and complete the other, 3 to whatever that we're doing or that you did not complete. So each side, we're going to bring it down by 2. So we just focus on 8. And we're not going to our elbow. Actually, we're going to our hand this time. So really important here is our hand flexibility, wrist flexibility is bothering us. This might be something to do after a good hand warm up, because if we're not able to kind of disperse that pressure into the fingertips and the palm, we're going to put a lot of pressure on our wrist. So I really want to make sure fingers nice and flexible. You can give the fingies a good little stretch, give the wrist a good little stretch, and make sure you're gripping the floor, not pushing into your wrist. Grip the floor, squeeze it. So same side plank setup with the legs. Create a lot of space in your shoulders. Really push the floor away. We're gonna lift up, and then just like before, we're gonna reach under and up for 8 this time. 7, 6, 5, 4, sorry, started counting up and then I counted down. And now I don't know where I am. So I'm just gonna call it 8 right here and bring it down, switch sides. It's the problem with counting up and counting down. So again, I wanna give those hands, maybe give the fingers a couple little stretches here before, and the wrist. And then grip the floor. Don't push through the wrist. Grip the floor in your fingertips. Open that shoulder, push the floor away. We're going to lift and reach. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, last 2, and 1. Now, sure you can guess what's coming. We're gonna try doing those starfishes from the hand. This is going to be difficult, I won't lie. So go slow with your stability work. It's all about really tightening that body up as much as you can. Really hold it down. Good, secure grips. You want to be tense your entire body. Think about like a snake coiling and wrapping. You're going to be very tight, pushing the floor away, and this is going to enable you to hold that stability through this set. So just like the other one, let's try 8 times, lifting that leg. 2, 3, 4, 4 more. Last one. Bring it down, switch sides. All right, my starfishes. Let's finish this. Stagger those feet. Dig in the fingers. We're going to lift up. And let's finish with 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ooh, almost go. Excellent. Now that we're on the ground, let's take it into tall seated position. You can pull those toes back towards your face. Open those knee pits down towards the ground. Squeeze your quads. Press them down. Feel that stretch through the back of the leg. You can relax the back. Just focus on flexing those feet, squeezing the quads, and then keeping those toes pulled back. Let's take it back. Tall seated position. Big overhead reach. Stretch. And then let's hinge forward from the hip. Shoulders pulled nice and low. Keep the back straight. Inhale, let's be tall, and exhale, see if you can pull it a little bit deeper. And exhale, slide it back. We're gonna roll it all the way back to the floor. Bring those knees into your chest. Let's hug them nice and tight. And while you're here, let's grab those ankles and let your hips relax into a happy baby. Feel free to take it side to side or stretch out those legs if that's what feels good to you. Bring those knees back in, hug them. Let's rock up into a seated position. Give yourself a nice squeeze. Congratulate yourself for joining me for some balance and stability class number 2. I hope you enjoyed it. Feel free to come back, go through these classes again, try some of the concepts out maybe in your other workouts. And I will see you tomorrow. We have kettlebell flow, which I'm excited for. I haven't done a kettlebell flow in about 2 weeks. So thank you for being here and take care of yourself until next time. See ya.